I would love to see a Hornet Queen this game. I think Hornet Queen is probably, other than Bonfire of the Damned, I think Hornet Queen's probably the best card in his deck he can hope to hit. Dragon Lord Atarka, also
great.
awesome.
I don't think it's as good as Hornet Queen.
Sure.
But the positive to Dragon Lord Atarka is you don't trade in combat.
Yeah.
You trade immediately as you come in. You know, you get to get 2 creatures, but Hornet Queen mops up 5 creatures.
True. And I think if you use last game as a reference point, you could ostensibly make the argument that Dragon Lord Atarka is better because it kills your opponent in 2 turns.
Yes.
Like, it's...
Hornet Queen represents almost as much power, and it's spread out, which is nice against, you know, the Tidebinder Mage and the Harbinger of the Tides.
Yep.
So I think this game, it's going to be much, much better.
Yes, definitely. That was off a mulligan to 6. Mike mulliganed to 6 cards, and won on turn 6 with a deck with 4 Blood Moons in it.
I'm excited.
I am pumped. I think he brings out Blood Moon this game.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I think Choke's probably much better.
Right.
You know, Choke actually affects a lot of the lands that you want to affect. Where Blood Moon does hit Mutavault, so there's a little bit to each. I definitely think Choke is marginally better.
Yeah. I also think Blood Moon is probably not as good as what he would bring in. Like, Trinisphere seems
Sudden
like a
Shock.
much better 3-drop than Blood Moon, for sure.
There are a lot of great things that you can do
Totally.
with this deck.
It's like players are waiting on something. Not 100% sure here. I'm sorry, I'm so antsy. I just want to see I want to watch this deck play so badly.
Probably have a judge discrepancy.
Sure. As soon as we can get word on what happened here.
Yeah, it looks like Mike's talking to a judge right now.
Yep. Okay, as soon as we get word of what happened, we'll let you know. But until then, we're going straight into the games. All right.
So
Scott's gonna. This doesn't look like a keeper at all. He kept in Kira. That's really.
So I see Kira, I see Aether Vial, I see a land, and I see a Tidebinder Mage. I think it's a fine keep.
So he probably does have to keep.
There's 2 lands in there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's harder to tell. Some of these new basics are
they just
very
blend
weird.
into the new face cards.
Turn 1 Aether Vial. Probably where we always want to be on a Merfolk deck.
All right, we got Gardener fetching. Hopefully this is a turn 1 ramp spell. Or a turn 1 kind of mana dork. I guess Utopia Sprawl works too in that capacity.
Yeah, Utopia Sprawl's fine. I think we definitely need a turn 1 ramp spell. I see a Utopia Sprawl in his hand, which so beautifully works with Arbor Elf, which is the turn 1 play.
It's insane. Oh wait, do we have the Utopia Sprawl?
Yes, I believe we have Utopia Sprawl. We also have a Kitchen Finks in hand, which I'm not entirely sure which one specifically you would want to deploy next turn. I know the Utopia Sprawl is going to get us further ahead.
Okay.
But the Kitchen Finks on an open board seems pretty good.
Are we going to put multiple... are we gonna put
2 Utopia Sprawls?
Yeah, are we going to put multiple Sprawls on this forest, or are we going to spread them out?
Well, so we could lay down the Stomping Grounds. Tap Stomping Grounds for Utopia Sprawl. Or tap the forest for Utopia Sprawl. Generate 2 mana. Untap it with Arbor Elf. Use one of the mana to put another Utopia Sprawl on it, and we can generate 3 mana.
Ugh. I want it. All right, so
This deck looks great.
We got 4 mana in the pool. That's a Kitchen Finks, and I believe with the leftover 1 mana, we're going to see another Utopia Sprawl. Nope. Oh, wow. Disenchant on the vial with 1 on it.
That's the natural state, the newly printed Oath of the Gatewatch instant.
Oh, jeez. All right, now I'm sold on natural state because this, like, you want to use your mana every turn. So what you do is you just play the cheapest version of every spell. And oh man, this is so. I spent a lot of time before Abzan Aggro became like the deck du jour. I spent a lot of time ramping and kind of using all my mana. So like watching this deck is so like it's just awesome. And Tidebinder Mage takes down a Kitchen Finks, which can't possibly be what he wants to be doing with Tidebinder Mage. But
yeah, I don't know.
I think
so. The Kitchen Finks is a great blocker. It's going to extend this game quite a bit.
Sure.
But
we're loading up a forest. We're going in.
The W-Topia Sprawl land is going to be very, very good. Genesis Hydra.
Genesis Hydra for 4. Genesis Hydra for 4. All right. One time. It's a cast trigger. So
it is in fact a cast trigger, so it cannot be countered.
Right, yeah.
It's similar to Cascade.
Yeah. This cannot be interacted with. I don't know what they're kind of discussing right now, but it is a cast trigger.
I guess the Genesis Hydra's in Korean, and it's possible that Scott doesn't know exactly what it does.
Sure, that's fair.
So we're probably grabbing a judge for the actual Oracle text of it.
Just to make sure. That's totally fine. Totally reasonable. I do this all the time.
I can sum it up for you. You're probably losing this game.
Well,
So 4
is not that, like, in Scott Cohen, like, the upsides to this for Scott is that 4 is not really a ton. There's Crater Hoof that's going to go to the bottom. Oh my god.
Choke is pretty good.
Choke is very good. Choke's insane. Oh, jeez.
This is going to set Scott back quite a bit. We're back to turn 1, basically.
Between the natural state and now the choke, how does he even win this?
I think it would have been much, much better if Scott didn't have a double Aether Vial draw. So we just got rid of the Aether Vial. We got rid of all your lands. Now you just can't do anything.
Right. Oh, man, he's just stuck with all these 2 draws.
And on top of this choke, we have a 4/4.
Yeah.
Which
okay.
Merfolk cannot compete with.
Worth noting, Scott has a Harbinger of the Tides, which is actually terrible on this board. It's so
it's
unbelievably bad. Oh, don't untap the Kitchen Finks.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a natural habit.
Of course.
That we've all probably done.
Sure. All right. Did we rip any of those silver bullets?
I'm not sure.
Gardner
we have a sudden shock in hand, which I think is very, very sweet.
Yeah. That's gonna.
Xenagos, God of Revels.
Oh, that's gotta be the devotion's gotta be enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with Xenagos in play. So yeah, that'll work. What's the text on Xenagos?
When you, at the beginning of combat, target creature gets +X in haste, where X is its power.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate Gardner going through this as deliberately as possible.
Yeah, he's been very good about this. I know a lot of players will just shortcut, but this is actually very good.
No, I play like this, and I prefer to watch people play like this. It kind of shows like a respect for the game and your opponent.
Yeah.
You're not just kind of, you care. It shows that you care, and it's nice.
And it's great to have on coverage too.
Of course.
I think one thing to note, is I think he can give himself haste.
Oh, I think he can definitely give himself haste, but he probably has the read on his opponent that his opponent has Harbinger, and
it is another target creature.
Oh, okay, that is fine.
Ooh.
Harbinger, like I said, not even that good here. He just bounced.
No, islands don't untap.
Yep. We just watched both players do it now.
Yeah. It'll happen from time to time.
Yeah.
It's just such a natural thing for us that we don't even ever think about.
Totally.
But I think, I don't know. I don't know if that was the correct play.
So that's taking
tough.
8 down to 12. He's got a. Right now, Scott is just trying to win this game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like He's got a very clear path to doing that. I mean,
it's so tough because bouncing Genesis Hydra is
so
you're
bad.
Actually, just creating a larger monster with haste again, because it's just going to come back down. Xenagos is going to beginning of combat, give him haste, and then he's going to attack, and it's going to be bigger this time.
Yeah, I mean, I think Scott is locked into bouncing the Genesis Hydra because he's got to win the game still.
Yeah,
but it's just so tough. Like, he needs the top of his deck to help him so much, and that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, Mike has some really, really good cards that he can hit off of this.
All right, so...
And we still have a Shut and Shock in hand.
I think we just drew a second one. Or is it another red card? I hope it wasn't a bonfire. That would be awkward. It was not a bonfire. I think it was a...
Acidic Slime is going to be very good.
Jeez.
So we're still floating a mana from that because it's 3 mana for each time we tap the forest.
Sure.
And if he taps red and he can hit the Tidebinder Mage, next turn we can have
he's got to hit the
Finks
Regery. He's got to hit the Regery here because...
Yeah.
Tidebinder Mage is getting the bonus. Split second. So Cohen's got the Spell Pierce, but the spell has split second. We're going to... Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to learn the hard way.
Yeah. Scott's got to be not loving this. So Xenagos is going to be able to get in, and Acidic Slime is going to be able to get in as well.
Well, a 4/4 Death Touch is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Blew up the only other way for Scott to actually cast spells.
Right. Huh. This deck rules. Can we watch this deck every round?
I kind of want to. And Dan Ward wanted me to shout out to the Wizards coverage guys that this is the deck that he's been talking about. So
Dan Ward, not a man unfamiliar with Wizards coverage himself.
Yeah, he's quite the guy. Ooh.
Okay. So this is kind of a way back in. The Utopia Sprawls are going to fall off.
Are they?
Yeah, it's Enchant Forest.
Okay.
Yeah. I know
Makes
that
a lot
from
more sense.
my Pauper Boggles deck.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. But I mean, it's too little, too late.
Yeah. Scott's not going to be able to untap those two islands.
Yeah.
So he has to just draw running islands for the rest of the game at this point.
Active Xenagos, Choke. Yeah, and a Kitchen Finks just to top it all off. There's really...
If we can draw another Sudden Shock, Kitchen Finks is coming back.
Oh, Scott's got Hibernation in his hand.
Not that we can untap and ever cast that card.
Right. Yeah, the game is not going to last long enough for us to draw to cast Hibernation, even if we draw perfectly in Scott Cohen's case. But there is a Hibernation.
So it'd have to be 3 running lands and not die somehow in the next 3 turns, which does not seem like a good proposition.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Gardner fetches for Forest. In his hand, we know he has a Genesis Hydra and something else. I think it's another red card.
Yeah, it was definitely another red card. Tap 4 mana.
Looks like we're just going to run out Hydra here.
A 2/2 Genesis Hydra's fine.
That's fine. It has haste.
We could just hit a land or a bonfire. Oh, Arbor Elf's good.
Arbor Elf seems really great here.
Bonfire's getting shuffled back in. And we have a 4/4 hasty.
Yeah.
Genesis Hydra, actually.
So 4/4 Genesis Hydra. We got
a 2/2 death touching acidic slime,
and then we've got
6/5
huge Xenagos. Yeah. What are the power and toughness on Xenagos?
He's a 6/5.
Huh. Okay. So
I don't know.
I think you might.
I think you actually have to block one of the 2 larger creatures.
It's impossible to win this game.
Yeah, I agree.
This is like Cohen
you can block the biggest one, and you can block acidic slime, take 4, and get rid of 1 creature. But I don't see.
You have no road to victory. You're just dying a turn later.
Yeah.
And that is kind of a bummer. But the upside is that we're going to have plenty of time after this to have a chat with Mike Gardner. And there we go. There's the handshake. I'm going to go grab Mike right now for you. See if he's up to talking. I'll be right back.
That was a great match. I really enjoyed Mike watching that. We had some thoughts about how the ramp deck could be a bit of an underdog to this matchup, and you can see that simply because the Merfolk deck can get out really quickly and get doing things much faster than the ramp deck probably can. But early good value creatures for Mike and the Garruk and just a few things were able to glue it together and really get it working for him.
And we're back, yeah. Josh is going to talk. He'll be in a little bit, so...
It's a good friend of mine.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, I've actually been in a couple of Modern tournaments with